YouTube, how we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo! And there's another episode of Yo Hoops. We go through every NBA game every day. Today's Thursday, March 13th, and we have a 5-game NBA card. I'm going to walk you through every game, let you know which sides I like, and stick around, because I'll let you know my highlighted play of the day. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite games in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's recap. Recapping yesterday, we did drop our highlighted play of the day. We took the Heat and Clippers under 208.5. The Clippers were on fire last night. Bogdan Bogdanovic dropped 30 points on 57% shooting from behind the arc, and the game ended at a 223 total. We do drop the play, but let's start a new highlighted streak today. And without further ado, let me get into today's games. In our first matchup of the evening, we have the Washington Wizards in Detroit taking on the Detroit Pistons. Pistons are laying 13.5 points, and the total is 235.5. We saw this matchup just 2 days ago, and the Pistons won that one 123 to 103. Pistons have been hooping overall, too. They're 7-3 over their last 10 games. The thing is, they're still not a team that I can trust to lay these huge extended numbers. To lay over 13 points, like I always tell you guys, you have to execute from start to finish. The Pistons have showed that they're capable of that, but I can't expect them to do it on a nightly basis. In Tuesday's game, the Wizards did bring that deficit to within 12 points in the fourth quarter. The Pistons got some stops to ultimately get the cover, but I think here in a revenge spot, the Wizards do enough to keep this one within the number. We're taking the Wizards plus the 13.5 as our first selection of today. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Lakers in Milwaukee taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks are laying 7 points, and the total is 225.5. The big news for this one is the injury report. Dame and Giannis are both listed as probable for the Bucks, but I do expect both of them to play here. On the Lakers side, they'll be without LeBron James, Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura. Then Luka Doncic is questionable. LeBron didn't play in the Lakers' last matchup against the Nets, and the Lakers lost that game outright as 7-point favorites. I think here, the Bucks flex their muscles in front of their home crowd and air out this banged-up Lakers team. We know LeBron is their engine, but without Jackson Hayes, the Lakers are really lacking in size. I expect Giannis to have a huge night and for the Bucks to absolutely dominate the glass here. We're taking the Bucks laying the 7 points as our highlighted selection of today. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Brooklyn Nets in Chicago taking on the Chicago Bulls. Bulls are laying 2 points, and the total is 229.5. In my mind, I wouldn't think that the Nets still have hope for the playoffs this season, but if they win this game, it becomes feasible. They currently sit in the 12th spot in the East, just 5 games behind the Bulls, who are in the last play-in spot. The Nets need the Bulls to fall off, so I expect both teams to be locked in here. I can see a case for either side, but I do have to lean towards the Nets. They're short underdogs here, but as road underdogs, they're 19, 11, and 1 against the spread on the season. 4th best in the entire NBA. Chicago has been a team that you don't want to lay points with no matter how you slice it. They're just 4-6 against the spread as home favorites. I'm not necessarily in a rush to bet this game, but I do lean towards the Nets plus the 2 points as our next selection of today. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Orlando Magic in New Orleans taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. Magic are laying 2.5 points, and the total is 217. The Pelicans have looked competitive in spots recently, but really, they're just playing spoiler. They're 15 games out of the play-in, and they should be focused on tanking for next season. They're only 5 games out from the worst record in the entire NBA. The Magic on the other side are in the thick of the playoff race in the East. They're currently in the 8th spot, 3 losses away from being out of the play-in. They need to win their winnable games, and I think they lock in here to get this one done. The Pelicans' biggest threat is Zion, but the Magic have multiple tall defenders to throw at him, and I think they're a good matchup. We're taking the Magic laying the 2.5 as our next selection of today. Let's move. In our last and final matchup of the evening, we have the Sacramento Kings in Golden State taking on the Golden State Warriors. Warriors are laying 7.5 points, and the total is 233. The Kings did lay an egg against the Knicks in their last meeting, but I'm not getting off of them that easy. Before that game, they had covered against the spread in 7 straight meetings. I do like the new look Warriors, don't get me wrong, and I'm not in a rush to fade them, but I have a feeling the Kings played them extremely tough tonight. This is a California rivalry, and the Kings need every win they can get, sitting in the 9th spot. I don't know if they win this game, but I do believe they keep it within this number. We're taking the Kings plus the 7.5 as our last and final selection of the evening. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We're now 10-6 against the spread on our highlighted plays in March, but let's go get back in that win column today. I greatly appreciate your support. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Yo! And until the next one, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.